In other words, it is a study of how human beings and firms, individuals and firms, make decisions and how they impact each other. It is a study of how wants are satisfied when you have a big array of wants, which wants should be satisfied first and which ones should be postponed. In the same manner, it is also a choice between which method you have to use so that you minimize on the use of resources, and therefore the technique of production, what methods we use for production. This would depend upon the resources and their prices, and therefore all these aspects become the foundations or the basics for the subject of economics. This helps us to understand that the problem is not only of trying to produce goods in adequate quantity, but also the problem arises because you have to produce some good at the cost of some other good, and therefore choosing which type of good you have to produce first and which one you would like to postpone for the future. And therefore this problem of scarcity becomes, as I said, the basis of all the study of economics. In addition to this, these other aspects that we have discussed, economics also tries to deal with aspects which are at the macro level, at the society's level. They try to look at the national income and how this national income is distributed among the people, and what are the sources of this national income, from where this national income emanates, and so on. And therefore usually people refer to the basic problems of economics. The basic problems of economics can be summarized by enlisting four things or four questions: what to produce, how much to produce, by what method to produce, for whom to produce. These questions are referred to as the basic economic problems, and economists try to answer these questions. Now, coming to the scope of the subject, which we have already been discussing, the scope and definition of the subject, it needs to be understood before we make an attempt to understand what is economics. Many of the economists over different periods of time have given different definitions. The definition of the subject would naturally depend upon the problem that people are facing at that point of time. And as we know, at different points of time, society has been suffering with different problems, and based upon those problems, in order to make the subject useful to themselves, people define the subject and try to use it for their betterment. But at this point of time, when we look back at all those definitions, we find that there are lots of contradictions, and this has given rise to many controversies. Some people feel that it is very difficult to define economics, but let us try to understand, or let us try to look at what are the different definitions that have been offered in order to explain what is the subject matter that should be covered under this subject. According to Adam Smith is known to be the father of economics. According to Adam Smith, economics inquires into the nature and the causes of wealth of nations. And according to Ricardo, economics studies how the produce of an economy is distributed. That is, economics deals with the distribution of income and wealth. According to Marshall, economics is a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. A.C. Pigou says, economic studies that part of social welfare which can be brought directly or indirectly into relationship with the measuring rod of money. Gustav Cassel has defined economics as dealing with markets, prices and market exchange. Professor Lionel Robbins defines economics as a study of allocation of scarce resources among competing ends or uses. Ludwig von Mises has defined economics as the logic of rational action. Some economists believe that the true meaning of economics or the true scope of economics can be had if we lump up all these definitions, whereas some others feel that economics is too broad a subject to be put into few words to be described. And therefore, some economists feel that it is better to define economics through the questions that have been asked by economists rather than trying to put it into a few words and trying to describe the subject, which is very wide. It is impossible to cover the scope of economics in a few words, and therefore it is believed that it is better that we try to link the scope or try to link the understanding of the scope of economics to the questions that economists have been asking, and therefore they say that economics is what economists do, and what they do is reflected by the questions that they pose and try to answer, and therefore economics can be understood maybe by these questions, which are also called as the basic problems of economics. With the given resources in an economy, what goods are to be produced and in what quantities? What are the production methods that society should employ for the production of various goods and services? How is the total output of goods and services of a society to be distributed among its people? Is the society using its scarce productive resources in an economically efficient manner? Are all the available productive resources with the society being fully utilized, or are some of them lying unemployed or unutilized? Is the economy's productive capacity increasing, declining, or remaining static over time? These are some of the questions that economists have been asking, and they reveal to us in a broad way what the subject matter of economics is.